icom705, welcome to my channel. SDR Control for the iPad and the iPhone can actually connect to the Xiegu X6100 using the WF-View server that is now built into the Xiegu X6100. So let's give it a go. So we're at the iPad now, let's set things up. On the Xiegu, you're going to need to turn on your Wi-Fi. So just go to Settings. Go to your wireless LAN, select. Mine is on already, we just let that load. There's a bit of a delay. The Wi-Fi in my room isn't great here, so I'm going to get a better connection if I've got a nice strong Wi-Fi. But anyway, so the username and password that you're putting here are just your home router. So as you go down, click Next here. It goes down and you can turn things on and off with this button, on off. Okay, now what I have done just to make sure it connects, go next, there's a password, just the normal password for your router. I've selected an IP address that I know is very similar to all the other IP addresses that I use, in this network. And when I say the word network, everything else that's connected, including the iPad or the iPhone, they all have to be on a very similar, the same network, similar IP numbers, but not the same. And the other thing is, when you talk to your router, it says here gateway. If we go down one more, when you talk to your router, say you're trying to find your router on your PC, you put in like 192.168. Normally, quite often it's .1.1, yeah? On mine it's .0.1 because I'm using a different router. But anyway, those numbers are key. I didn't change the other ones, the network prefix and these ones, but those other ones are key. And then once you've done that, then you need to see that you are connected, and there's a disconnect and connect button here. So just really important. So when you eventually get it, and you might have to reboot a couple of times, you will have Wi-Fi showing there. Once you've got that number, and we did see that number, I'll show you it again. System, like so, wireless LAN. Remember the 192.168.0.150. We can exit. Now go to WF server. Now that's just turning with this knob here, then press. Now remember, you need the latest firmware to do this, but this firmware's been out about a year, I think, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll show you the one I've got anyway. And then just start adding these exactly the same as me. So as you go down, and it's a lot easier to plug a keyboard. So get yourself a cable like this one, look, C. And then that's where your keyboard's going to plug in. So that will go in the bottom hole. Yeah, the bottom hole here. And then just plug your keyboard into that, and it will just work. And then see these numbers. I haven't changed these numbers, and the key one is the 5001, and also obviously the username password. So it's USER and 123 just for now. Then, and now mine is running here. See where it says stop? Click start, okay? And obviously save your settings. Save your settings, and then click start, okay? And the WS server is going to run, and you get this little blue logo just there. Quite nice to see it actually, that it's running, okay? Now, over to the iPad. Now, it's a bit hit and miss. I've got some footage of it connected. It could be my Wi-Fi, but let's just try and connect it now, and then I'll show you the footage I did 5 minutes ago where it was connecting. And remember, once you get into the SDR Connect, there's lots of tools built into that for decoding FTA, and there's lots and lots of tools. So once you get a good connection, then you can use those tools. And this app is created by Marcus Roscott, who makes many apps. And you can see all these, look at this, DX cluster, CW, macros, POTA, memory scanning, all these tools. So we're going to try and get it to connect now, and then I'll show you the footage from earlier. So we just tap the screen. How do we get out of this? VFO, it says not connected. Now, let me just look at my settings a minute. Oh, it's going to try and connect first. And earlier, it did connect quite easily. I feel that the Wi-Fi is not great, but I'll show you my settings. So that's what the app looks like, and yeah, there is a charge for the app. If you buy, I've got the phone app, the iPhone app. It's about £30 odd. If you go for the tablet app, it costs more, but you can use the phone app on the tablet app. It's not as good. That's what it is. So let's find these settings. So we'll tap the app again. So let's tap here to connect, and these are previous radios. If we go add, we can add a new radio. So let's just go X61. It's the same if you're using the 705. IP address, we saw that earlier, 192.168.0.1, was it 05? I remember now, it's 150. I left the port, the username was just user, and the password was, and that was all in WFView, and of course you can use WFView as well. I'm not going to auto connect. I'm going to click add, and then we're just going to tap it, and it should try and connect. It's all connecting via Wi-Fi, and it is hit and miss here at the moment. If you start to get this screen, you've got the settings right, you just need a better Wi-Fi. So look, that's worked. Now see here at the bottom, you've got this cog. Yeah, it's all, and it's if you look, it is changing the frequency. Okay, and you can change the step. Let's go to a big step. Now volume, just not the greatest conditions at the moment, but anyway, we'll try a different antenna. Right, well, it's an old iPad that I've got. I did try a different antenna. Now we can listen to the audio from the iPad. But you can see, the main thing is you can see I'm controlling it. Someone there. Right. So let's try some of the functions. Tune. Yeah. It worked. Changing the mode. Yeah, that worked. It's Matt. Hi Matt. Thanks for being part of our video. Now there is a waterfall.
Okay, I've been just outside Watford, but I didn't get the name. Someone come up quite close, so go get on the name for me, please.
Cool. Working well. It's actually starting to work better now.
Got it that time, no problem at all. Okay, well, you're about 5 and 7 with me. You're not too strong, but you're probably a little bit too close. And
I'm going to get a bit of video of that while it's working.
That probably doesn't.
Just for my what they call shorts. M0FXB Hamtech X6100 SDR Control using the iPad icom705 system. M0FXB Hamtech. There you are, you just watched me make a video. Now, the nice thing is, you've got all these mic level here. We can actually listen from the iPad. Watch. So the idea is that you can now go anywhere in the house. Yeah, I know it's not the best audio. As long as you're in Wi-Fi range, and remember, if you set this up properly, if you don't even have to be at home, you can use your IP address. Right, PTT, let's try that. So we'll go, and you look, I just changed the frequency using the radio, that worked. PTT, let's have a look. Yeah, PTT works. That's great. Tuner, we can lock. You've got log there. We'll look at these tools in a minute. Settings, I'm not going to play too much because I don't want to muck it up while it's working. Then we'll go to these modes there, watch, FT8. And then we'll tap one. And it should I've not used this for a while. How to start it? Do you hold it? Tap on RX to start. And look, we're now playing FT8. Digi. We don't really have to listen to that horrible noise. Let's see if it starts to populate. I mean, look at my iPad. It needs fully charging. I can't even find my iPhone, because I always have an iPhone here for testing. Probably my kids pinched it. But you can see it will even do TX. Look. But it's sounding pretty bad at the moment. It's not, you can tell it's not really picking it up, is it? But I'm sure that's my settings. Let's just try USB. I find sometimes that just works better. 707, the frequency's right. We have to hold our finger on it. Let's look at the maps. I know the map's really cool. So, oh, okay, you can play with that. You get this map as well. How do I come out of it? Globe. Oh, wow. Look at that. Come on. Gotta be good. Tools. Look at all these tools you get. What's that one do? Sort of LAN settings there. Big settings cog here, and then back to VFO. Well, all I can say is thank you to Marcus. Thanks to the person that realised that you could use it with the X6100, and you can bet it will work with the X6200 when that comes out. Have a play. You've seen how to set it up. Message me if you get stuck. The hardest bit, if you ask me, is actually getting the Wi-Fi to work on your X6100, and I've made several videos doing that. You just got to persevere and learn a bit about Wi-Fi. Got the RF power here as well. Not sure how you adjust that. Mic gain. Let's see if you can just tap the screen. Yes, you saw that. You can just tap the screen. Oh, come on. It's good, isn't it? You can't knock it. It's just good. That's all I can say. It's good. And log. You can log it. Save. You have to put in my call. And then we're just doing a test. Next. How do we enter? Save. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Great fun. All the best.